You've been solving for x for quite some time now. This is a linear equation. Any equation in the form y equals mx plus b is a linear equation in standard form. When we graph a linear equation, we will get a straight line. These two equations are not in standard form. They're not in standard form because y has a coefficient, so we have to get rid of it. In order to get rid of the 2 in front of the y, we have to divide each term by 2. Divide by 2, and we get y equals 2x plus 4. This equation is in standard form. Here we're going to divide each term by 3. Again, you don't have to get an integer. Here we have 2/3. It can't be simplified, so you leave it like that. And 6 divided by 3 is 2. This equation is in standard form. We need to solve for y. We need to get y by itself. So we subtract 12 from both sides. We have 5x, take away 12, so we write it just like that. This is now in standard form, y equals mx plus b, where b is negative 12. Add 8 to both sides, y equals 3x plus 8. This is now in standard form. Y comes first, equal sign, a number attached to an x, plus or minus a constant. Here we need to subtract 5x from both sides. Y equals 12 minus 5x. 12 minus 5x is not in standard form. So we're going to use the commutative property of addition, and we're going to switch the minus 5x with the positive 12 to get negative 5x plus 12. Now we have a linear equation in standard form. Let's add 3x to both sides. We get y equals 2 plus 3x, which is not in standard form, so we're going to put the 3x first and then add the 2. Now this is a linear equation in standard form. We're getting a little bit more complicated here. Add 8 to both sides. 2y equals 6x plus 8. We're almost done, but notice the y has a coefficient. Let's divide the 2 by each term, or divide into each term. We get y equals 3x plus 4. Now we have an equation in standard form. Subtract 4 from both sides. 4y equals 8x minus 4. Divide each term by 4. And we get y equals 2x minus 1, which is a linear equation in standard form. Keep practicing. Practice the next few problems by yourself. Maybe pause the video and then check your answers. And don't think just because you get a fraction, 2/3, that you did something wrong. We don't always have integers in our equations. Sometimes we have to simplify our fractions. Make sure we practice that as well. For this problem, we need to first put it in standard form, y equals mx plus b. Then we're going to plug in x equals 3 and solve for y. So here we get 6y equals negative 2x plus 12. We need to divide by 6, simplify the fractions. We get y equals negative 1/3 x plus 2. We're going to plug in x equals 3. Negative 1/3 times 3 is negative 1. And negative 1 plus 2 is positive 1, which tells us for this equation, when x equals 3, y equals 1. Try the next problem on your own and check your answer. Once I found the y value, I took the x value and the y value and I plugged it into the original equation to see what would happen. Make sure you take a look at my check. Here we have a table with the linear equation y equals 4x minus 3. Let's plug in x equals 0 and solve for y. Let's plug in x equals 1 and solve for y. And let's plug in x equals 2 and x equals 3 and solve for y. Just plug in the number for x and then do the orders of operations to solve for y. Notice when x is 0, y is negative 3. When x is 1, y is 1. When x is 2, y is 5. When x is 3, y is 9. Notice several points fit this equation. Try the next two, and good luck.